Okay, so we'll start things up in Tennessee. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Grant cross and do assault Fort Henry and Donelson here, and basically, I think that will, yeah, that will pretty much stop the Confederates from being able to. Uh, what am I trying to say here? Well, what can I say? It'll give us like another foothold on I guess that side of the Tennessee River. I considered assaulting just straight across I'm sorry, the Cumberland River. I considered crossing straight across the uh, right here to I'm not sure who that is, but I don't I don't know if they're gonna march a corps over here and defend river crossing and entrenchment. So I decided against it. Um, Going to move our fleet back. I think at this point, there's not a super reason to need to like the stop the river crossing here since we are defending against the river, and pretty soon we'll be able to. Actually, now we can set this to bombard, which should stop riverine movement. I mean, stop supply going that way. Um, and down in Alabama, we're gonna send another division, a couple batteries up. Um, the few regiments will go back to Pensacola. We're going to try to hold where Wallace is, and of course hold Mobile, Alabama, and um, assault this shipyard engineer unit here. Um, in DC, we're pretty much just continuing to get organized and set up the lines. Okay, let's run the turn and see what happens. Okay, pretty interesting turn. Basically, it looks like we had Jackson cross into Charles, Maryland, and then they moved on to assault DC itself. Um, Here's what the battle now looks like. Franklin's corps, Gilbert's corps, which was still intact, but in a very low cohesion, and then Keyes corps as well. Um, Here's Hamilton's corps, which marched to the sound of guns. So morale increased by 10 on that. So let's take a look at the battle in detail. There were here's the first one where they destroyed the militia, and then on day 13, so we captured 13,000 prisoners, 5,400 rifles, and it was. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, we won, but it wasn't completely lopsided. Forces were about the same. They had more cavalry, but we had a bit more of artillery. Of course, they were much more organized in divisions, whereas a lot of our forces were the reserve DC Corps. Um, but in the end, the position has held, and in addition, these units are all now unlocked, so I'll be able to form divisions out of them, which is a definite plus. And they also took hits by bombarding Smith's corps. So what I don't see is Jackson. Is he? Oh, actually, Jackson is. There we go. Jackson is still up here with Wheeler's division and Alexander's division. That leaves a lot of wow. I mean that seems to be most of the force. I mean that pretty much I think leaves the door open for taking the valley. with our force here. We also have Sedgwick's Corps, which is basically kind of in reserve, and once we form these additional regiments, it's got a power of 1100, which can rail over and help defend DC again. The other big news would have been Grant at Donelson. Not quite the same as, sorry, let me show you that more time. Batteries, the garrison, supply, and of course units there. We captured, ooh, that's nice. So we do have the batteries, so we're able to set up those here. And they did not move forces here into Humphreys, so currently they cannot march to the sound of gun there. We have Lee just to our left, and followed by Ewell still holding it. We are blockading Memphis. Pemberton is there with 4 units, unclear how big. Down in Alabama, we're playing this same game again where we're getting our rail lines cut, which causes basically a world of problems for us. No movements by either Polk or Johnson here. Basically, we need to get another couple of divisions here. I'm having trouble effectively defending. You can kind of see, here's the region that we control. Yeah, we did take Gulf, Mississippi, which might as well go ahead and get ready to destroy that. And in Florida, didn't really see any too much movement. We've moved this far north now, don't quite have control of the railroad yet, but we're getting close. But we're basically pretty effectively able to use the railroad line in Florida now. I think that's pretty much it. Didn't see any big movement. The move on DC made me, when I first saw that, it made me quite nervous. I had just railed a division over to take up a DC position. So without that division, it could have been definitely a different story. But I feel like we're going to be okay since we have Sedgwick's Reserve Corps here, and I think Doubleday's Corps can begin to move. Into the valley. Of course, the other option is just to go have Doubleday basically try to assault Fairfax. But of course, we don't really know if Smith will try to cross the river again. Yep. All right. That's pretty much it. Oh, you guys will probably want to see the morale difference now. So Confederate morale is at 113, so we're actually ahead for probably the first time. Foreign help has dropped a little bit, which is good, and they still have a pretty big lead on victory points, 454 points. We are currently gaining more per turn, though, 6 more per turn than they are. All right, see you next time.